Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to start the next chapter of your term, that is the Great Uprising of 1857 Revolt. So in this chapter we will learn about the First War of Independence. 1857 Revolt is also known as the First War of Independence or Sepoy Mutiny. Clear? So First War of Independence. Before start this chapter, I will introduce about the leaders of that war who fought against Britishers. So, leader of the 1857 revolts were Mangal Pandey. That is the main person who play important role, who start the 1857 revolt. Clear? He was one of the Sipai of army. Then Rani Lakshmi Bai. Clear? Rani Lakshmi Bai is the next leader. Nana Sahib, Tatya Tope, Bahadur Shah Zafar and Begum Hajrat Mahal. So with these 6-7 persons, number of other leaders also involved in that war who fought against the Britishers, and that war is known as the First War of Independence. Clear? So over a century, as the British had been conquering the country, people discontent and hatred against the foreign rule over there. Clear? Means people of India, they disappointed with the rule of Britishers over there. So with the policies which is adopted by the Britishers toward the Indians, they raised their voice against that policies. So in the form of 1857 revolt. So 1857 revolt, year is 1857, that you have to learn it. The most significant then was the Great Uprising of 1857. Revolt is also known as a Mutiny Sepoy. Revolt is also known as a Mutiny Sepoy, because this war is started by one of the Sepoy, that is Mangal Pandey. Clear? That we will discuss. First we will discuss the causes. Which cause is responsible for the First War of Independence? Why this war was fought with the Britishers, with the Indians? Take Britishers and Indians. Why this war was fought? So number of causes responsible for that. First is political causes. So political causes. Under the political causes, number of things are there. Clear? One is Lord Dalhousie. So Lord Dalhousie policy of expansion was made aggression among the Indians. Clear? How they made aggression? That Lord Dalhousie, one of the Governor General of that time, he followed the policy of expansion, and under this policy of expansion he adopted the doctrine of lapse. That policy introduced by him. Doctrine of lapse introduced by Lord Dalhousie. So he is one of the British lord who adopted the doctrine of lapse. This policy introduced by him. According to this policy, if the Indian ruler died without leaving a natural son or daughter, means if Indian ruler died without leaving a natural heir to the throne, that state automatically adopted or come under the rule of Britisher according to this doctrine of lapse. Means that territory of that Indian ruler who had not any natural heir of his throne, that adopted by the Britishers and his empire. That is a policy of expansion adopted by the doctrine of lapse. Clear? And adopted son of that state would not be allowed to rule over that Indian state. So that is one of the reason that number of Indian state annexed by Lord Dalhousie with the policy of doctrine of lapse. One policy is that which is adopted by the Britishers. Next is annexation of state by the rule of misadministration. Clear? So maladministration or misadministration, both things are correct. Maladministration. So number of Indian states also submitted by the Britishers by following the maladministration of annexation on the ground of maladministration. Means if any Indian ruler were not able to perform their duties or to rule over that state. If he is not capable for that post, that state also lapsed by the government, by the British government in their territory. So two things adopted by the Lord Dalhousie: doctrine of lapse and maladministration. Number of Indian states annexed by them. So under the doctrine of lapse, he annexed Nagpur, Jhansi, Satara, Sambhalpur. Clear? Four Indian states are there: Jhansi, Nagpur, Satara and Sambhalpur. So underline that name of states in your book, because examiner can ask that which states adopted or annexed by the Britisher under the policy of doctrine of lapse. So Jhansi means Rani Lakshmi Bai. That is a ruler. She is a ruler of Jhansi, and she is also become one of the victim of doctrine of lapse. So her territory also adopted by the annexed by the Britisher according to this doctrine of lapse. Clear? Then Nana Sahib also become one of the victim of enemy of Britishers. How? Because he denied him a pension. Pension, previously pension was given to him, but after that Britishers stopped giving the pension to the Nana Sahib. He was one of the employer of Britishers, but Britishers stopped giving him pensions. So he also become one of the victim of Britishers. So he also raised his voice against the Britishers and led the revolt of 1857. Clear? Next is Bahadur Shah Zafar. His sentiments also heard by the Britishers. How? That Bahadur Shah Zafar's, the Lord Dalhousie made two announcements against Bahadur Shah Zafar. One is that Bahadur Shah Zafar told that the successor of Bahadur Shah Zafars were not allowed to use the royal palace. That announcement made by him, as well as they were not allowed to use the titles. Titles means Bahadur is given, is written in front of his name. Before that, after his death, means his successors were not allowed to add the Bahadur in with their name. So that announcement made by the Lord Dalhousie, and it heard the sentiments of the Mughals as well as heard the sentiment of the Bahadur Shah ruler. Clear? So he also stand against the Britishers. So Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Sahib, Bahadur Shah Zafar means the all Indian rulers whose names are written there, means they are hearted by the Britishers in other ways. Different causes are there, different means are there. So they raise their voice against the Britishers. So under the political causes we can write that doctrine of lapse and maladministration, and which states annexed by the Britishers by following this policy of Britishers. Clear? Now economic causes, that is the political causes. Number of economic causes also responsible for the war. Economic causes. Under the economic causes, one is the introduction of a new land revenue system. New land revenue system was introduced by the Britishers to confiscate the land of Indians. Clear? To officially take the property away from the Indian rulers. That new land revenue was introduced by the Britishers to the peoples. Then without taking a misery over the peasants, peasants were exploited by the money lenders and jamidars, and no misery was taken by the anybody on the on that peasants, and the peasants hardly had any surplus food grain left with them. Clear? So this led to many famines. Clear? Because the peasants suffer because of this land revenue system. Land revenue system adopted by the Britishers, and who suffers? Peasants suffers the most. Because of this cause only, number of peasants raised their voice against the Britishers. Clear? Then second is artisans, weavers and craftsmen. Artisans, weavers and craftsmen, they were also lost their jobs. Clear how that industrial revolution, as we learned in previous chapter also, that with the coming industrial revolution was took over there. Then because of industrial revolution, market were flooded with the machine made goods. So number of machine made goods available in the market, and Indian industries could not compete with them. Clear? So the artisans, weavers and craftsmen, small scale persons lost their livelihoods. They also suffer. So they were also against the Britishers. They were not there. This disconnected. This is sentiments was hurt by the Britishers. Next is in number of employees lost their jobs. How that administration was replaced by the company rule. Clear? Then company rule was there, number of official also changed. So when officials changed, that caused the resentment among the employees, because number of employees lost their jobs. Clear? So that is also become one of the cause. Next is there was constant drain of wealth. Drain of wealth means Britishers are very much intelligent. What they did, they are continuously they are taking the wealth of India over England. Clear? Means drain of wealth was done by the Britisher from India to Britain. Clear? So Indian wealth was used to expand British trade over there, and they put their wealth over there and maintain their huge administration staff in India. Means the peoples are working over there, but wealth, whatever the profit was receiving over there, that took by the Britishers to Britain. So drain of wealth, that theory also adopted by the Britishers with the Indians. So under the cause is land revenue, peasants suffer. Then artisan, weavers and craftsmen, they lost their jobs because of machine made goods, and drain of wealth also, that they took the wealth of India to Britain. So these causes responsible for the revolt of 1857. Now social and religious causes. Social and religious causes. Number of social and religious causes also responsible for the revolt. Under this heading, the first is the British advocated many reforms introduced by the Britishers, like sati system. As we learned in previous classes, that sati system was prevalent during that time, that a widow of the Indian ruler have to in the funeral pyre they had to burn herself. So that is a sati system. Then female infanticide and child marriage. These three social evils present during that time, and because of these social evils, what the Britishers did, they just many reforms was taken by the Britishers to abolish this, because they also did not want that such type of social evils were there. But these reforms were not welcomed by the Indians during that time. They thought that they just interfering in their religion and in their social system. Clear? So custom. So this type of reforms which was done by the British, that was good, but that during that time orthodox Indians were not welcome the reforms which was took by the Britishers. So they also become one of the reasons responsible for the 1857 revolt. Clear? Next is introduction of railway and telegraph. Number of inventions done by the Britishers during that time, like introduction of railway and telegraph. But what happened during that time? There were rumor regarding the telegraph poles. What rumor is there? That they thought that Britishers erecting that post just to hang the Indians, those who were against the Britishers. So they thought that they are erecting the post just to hang them. So that's why this type of introduction, which was good for the establishment, for the development of Indian, that was not welcomed by the Indians during that time. Clear? So introduction of railway and telegraph. that innovation also not accepted by the Indians. As well as Western education, they introduced Western education also, but Indians saw that it was one of the attack on their social and religious custom, so that is not welcome by the Indian people. So these reasons also are responsible for 1857 revolt. Now next is military causes. Next is military causes. Under the military causes, they were treated with the great contempt by the British officers. Clear that they were paid less salaries as compared to British Sipais. They paid very much less salary, and they were not giving the promotions to them. Even inferior standard was there regarding the Indian Sipais, and so this type of discrimination was treated by the British Sipai towards Indian Sipais. Clear? So this type of discrimination was seen by the military Sipais, and they also stand against Britishers. Then company passed the General Service Enlistment Act. First is the discrimination. Under the discrimination we can write the treatment given by the Britishers Sipais towards the Indian Sipais. Clear? Ill treatment was given by them. Next is the General Service Enlist Act. Clear? General Service Enlist Act. Clear? General Service Enlistment Act. This act was passed in 1856. So they can ask the date also, what happened during 1856. That General Service Enlistment Act. This act was passed by the Britishers. So according to this act, General Service Enlistment Act, according to this act, it was compulsory for the Indian Sipai as well as other Sipai also that to serve oversee, okay, to serve oversee, that they are recruited to oversee. And according to the Hindu what the Hindu felt that it was an attack on their religion and caste, because they were not allowed to pass the oversea areas. Clear? So but they were recruited over there. So according to this act, Hindu raised their voice against the Britishers. Clear? Next, an Indian soldier who was also called Sipai could not rise above the post of Subedar. Means promotions were not given to them. They were not allowed to the post of Subedar. They were unhappy because even bhattas were also not given to them. Means they are serving overseas areas, but the bhattas were not given to them, as they are far away from houses, they serve far away from their country, but no provision, no bhattas were given to them for that service. So this type of discontentment among the Indian soldiers were seen during that time, and they stand against the Britishers. Now the major cause, that is immediate cause. What happened that which incident become the immediate cause of 1857 revolt? So what happened during that time? That number of causes responsible already we discussed over there, but during all these causes, religious, social, political, they just they just like a dry firewood awaiting to be lightened. They work like that. Okay, that dry wood firewood awaiting to be lightened. So according to this, what happened during that time? One new Enfield rifle introduced by the Britishers. Which rifle? Enfield rifle. And what happened? This rifle, they introduced this rifle to the Sipais, and the cartridge which is used in this rifle, that cartridge had to be beaten off with the mouth. Clear? Before using that cartridge, they had to beaten off. During that beaten off, what they come to know that that rumor was spread during that time, that the cartridge which is introduced in this rifle was greased with the pig and cow fat. Clear? So cow and fat pig was used in this cartridge, and this angered the Hindus as well as the Muslims. Okay? So both Hindu and Muslims angered by the use of this rifle. They denied to use this one, as Muslim Hindu and Muslim, they both are saw that cow was the holy animal of Hindu, and the pig was considered as a taboo for the Muslims. Clear? So taboo means that they did not use that one. That subject, that thing was considered offensive. Taboo means they consider offensive to use of that thing. So pig is offensive during that time because religious does not allow this one. So that's why Muslim as well as this Hindu sipahis denied to use a rifle. This is infield rifle, and the first person who denied the use of this one, that is Mangal Pandey. Clear? Already the first name written by Mason. That person become the cause of 1857, immediate cause of 1857. He was the hero of that immediate cause of 1857. That infield rifle which is used by the Britishers, he denied to use that one. Clear? And because of his guilt, a number of sipahis raised behind him. Clear? Now spread of the revolt. Spread. How this revolt spread? Mangal Pandey, a sipahi at Barakpur. Clear? He was a sipahi of Barakpur. He refused the bite of a cartridge which is used, which is filled with the fat of cow and pig, and even he fired on two senior Britishers. Because of this reason only, he fired on two British officers who injured them seriously. Clear? So he was hanged to death because of this event. Clear? Because he fired on two officers. So punishment was given by the Britishers, that he was hanged. Clear? He hanged to death. The incident also angered the other sipahi who started the revolt on Meerut 10. Clear? 10 May 1857. So 10 May 1857. On that day, other sipahi also broke out the revolt. Clear? When the revolt was break out on that day, similarly, slowly other also involved in that. Clear? Yes, Rani Lakshmi Bai. Clear? And Delhi was march. That in Meerut to Delhi, the number of soldiers marched from Meerut to Delhi, as well as the number of officers, British officers killed by them. Clear? So number of Indian rulers joined this war. ठीक है? Mangal Pandey, Rani Lakshmi Bai, Nana Tatya Tope, Bahadur Shah Zafar. So all slowly involved in this, and slowly this war spread on northern part, but it not spread on the whole India, because number of sipahis, Indian sipahis were the well-wishers of the Britishers, they were loyal toward the British government, and they did not join the war because they saw the British as a well-wishers. Clear? So because of this reason, this war revolt did not get success, but this was the first attempt against the Britishers. So this war is known as the first war of independence. Now causes of failure of revolt. Why this war was failed, that we will discuss. Causes for the failure of this revolt. Causes of failure. So first cause is that it failed to involve the large masses. Clear? The number of sipahis, the number of leaders led this war, but those leaders joined this war only who become the victim of Britishers. Clear? So it failed to involve the large section of population. Second, the revolt did not involve the masses. Clear? Then the British soldiers better equipped. They were better equipped than the Indian soldiers. Clear? The British were financially as well as military stronger than the Britishers, and the revolt was not planned and organized. Okay? Because everybody, those who are the leader, they joined this war because of their own cause. Clear? Because of their own purpose. So this war was not planned and organized. That become one of the cause of failure. Clear? So these are the main causes for the failure of this war. Now result. What was the result of this war? Under the result, first is end of company rule. Company rule. So company rule end over there, and India now came under the direct rule of British Parliament. Clear? British Parliament. Direct rule. Clear? So that is the next point. First is company rule, and the second is now India came under the control of British Parliament directly. Clear? And the Queen of England. Next is the British started follow the policy of divide and rule. Divide and rule. They saw that the unity of Indians they saw the unity of Indian as a threat towards them. Clear? So they just divide. They just use the policy of divide and rule over there. Clear? They divide Hindu and Muslim. Clear? Then next is doctrine of lapse was abolished. Doctrine of lapse. That policy abolished. Clear? Because they saw the threat of unity towards Britishers. Then the number of British soldiers in the army was increased. Before that, number of Indian soldiers were more in the army, but now Britishers means recruited in British soldiers in their army. Then British government promised not to interfere in the social and religious lives of India. Number of reforms done by them, but they stopped doing that. No new kingdom would be annexed. That promise done by the Queen of Victoria. Clear? So these were the result of this war, which was also known as the first war of independence. Now there is a time to homework. What you have to do it, see that tick the correct answer. Tick the correct answer, fill in the blanks matching, and state whether the following statements are true or false up to this. First, 2, 3 and 4. That part you have to solve after reading the chapter only. Clear? And word meanings of each page. Below the each page, difficult word meanings are there, which is also known as new term. That's come in your paper. That also write in your book, in your notebook, and learn it. Thank you.